You live in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone. Why our phone is not charged? Where is our sense of responsibility? Barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside. The morning's revelation seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. Okay, hello there. One ditchling, another ditchling, maybe a third one over there. I'm sure I'm missing something, but I just want to admire each of these scenes Abby Howard has drawn. They are beautiful. Abby is very talented. The cell, the door, Wayne's insinuation that Tabitha has known about all of this, and even more, that she has partaken willingly in your family's crimes. Not only that, but she has designs for you. And that does sound really ominous. What we know about Tabitha thus far is that she does not care about being social. She does not seem to care about friends, no family. She mostly keeps to herself. Thus far, that is what I've learned about her. She did take the bullet for us. When we were in the cellar, she chose to go to pay the price of her forefathers' sins, and she, I think, aged or something. She seemed tired and worn when she came out from the place where the seal was. And I wonder what all that is about, because Sybil's words were so ominous before that. I can't remember the precise sentence, but she said something along the lines of, I think both of you know which one of you should pay the price. And I was about to walk into that, whatever the heck the place of the seal was, and then Tabitha was like, frick no, and she went there instead of me, and I wonder why she did that. She has been so hostile towards me right from the very beginning. Has that been her way to protect herself so that she doesn't get attached to me because she knows she's gonna need to sacrifice me or something? I don't know what is happening here anymore. I got so many wild theories, but what you get is my genuine reaction whilst I'm playing. You probably might have already watched several playthroughs of this game by now. And you might know what happens next, but honestly, I got no idea. So I'm throwing all my wild theories out there. And if you are looking for the kind of let's play which does not pay attention to things like this or does not throw out wild theories, then I'm not the right person for you, because I'm trying to understand this entire thing that we are experiencing here, this entire story. And what I love about this thus far is that there are so many different levels that I feel like this story has a lot of replayability. But let's get back to the story. Not only that, but she has designs for you. Is it true? Oh, and I need to make a choice. Tabitha can't be trusted. Tabitha deserves a chance to explain herself. Tabitha needs to explain herself, or Wayne can't be trusted. I'm gonna go with this. Sins of our fathers and all that kind of jazz. If there is some sort of, I don't know, dark pact that binds our family fortune to this place, and she somehow carries the burden of all of that, and she doesn't know how to break some sort of cycle or something, maybe we can find some sort of other way around all of that. Maybe we can forge a new path for our family, for ourselves. Clearly, terrible things have happened, and many mistakes were made, but like with many family lines, maybe we can change things for the better. Tabitha deserves a chance to explain herself. She is your cousin after all. You'll just tell her everything you saw, and surely the two of you can have a healthy and productive conversation and get to the bottom of things, right? Maybe going to hear her side of things directly is your best course of action. I'm going to the police. The police ain't gonna give a damn about any of this. Wayne said I needed to find the wedge. I should do that before doing anything else. I'm so worried about the situation with Kanika and the wedge. I'm assuming thus far that the wedge is Sybil. That is what I'm assuming. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have been misled to think that way, but I'm not buying her whole caring kind elder lady act at all. I need to see Tabitha. Maybe there's an explanation for what I've witnessed. Tabitha needs to know about what's been hidden away in her home. I think she knows already. She just didn't want us to see that. I'm going to someone I can trust. I'm trying to think, who can I trust at this point? I feel like I can trust Stella and Avery. Those two are the first ones I feel like I can trust. I would also so very much like to visit Bo and his farm. I wonder if that is ever gonna happen. Because there is something clearly going on there, and maybe another seal as well. Also maybe, I don't know, I feel sorry for Bo. He lost his father, and I'm not sure if Duke's body has still even been recovered. Yeah, I guess that's how you say it in English. I'm not sure if anyone has recovered his body yet. The only way out of this is by finding the rest of the stone carvings, alone if I have to. I am getting the hell out of this place, even if I need to walk. What would happen if I would choose this? If I will do another let's play of this game, which probably will at some point happen. No promises, but likely will happen. I'm gonna try this option. I think I should go to someone I can trust before I do anything else. Because truth to be told, I don't trust Wayne either. With his theatrics, his self-assurance, I guess is the word. He's so willing to give out judgment about Reese, to call him names. I think he used the word abomination or something about Reese, and I don't like that. To me, Reese is not a monster, even though I can understand why many people would think Reese as a monster, but to me he's not. I'm going to someone I can trust. Let's do that. That's right, if you just manage to throw yourself into the arms of someone you can actually trust, maybe they can help you. Maybe you don't have to deal with this alone. I would tell all of this to Kanika, but I don't know what's going on with her. Can you trust anyone? Wayne is the only person I can trust. Stella, Oscar, Avery, Sybil, Dr. Kelly, Bo. Never mind, involving anyone I care about would only put them in danger. Never mind, this is a bad idea. Never mind, I can't trust anyone. I'm gonna choose Kanika. That's right. Your mind darts to someone who means something to you. Someone important. At least you think she is, or he is, or they are. No, she. Probably she, yes. And you probably think she might be someone important. At least to you. Oh man. There's a blurred place that comes to your mind when you think about this person. Less of a place and more of a location, but less of a location and more of the idea of a location. She is manipulating our mind. Sybil is manipulating us. We are under some kind of freaking spell. We should have never taken that tea. A sort of almost location where you feel like you know where it's meant to be, but where you couldn't for the life of you describe it. But you could follow that important feeling. I'm gonna fight for my love towards Kanika. I'm gonna go there. I wanna find Kanika again, because if I don't have Kanika for the rest of this game, it's gonna be a really sad game. Walk alongside that strange feeling. Yes, trace the framed threads of heart and memory. Oh, I love the way how this sentence has been formed. You can't trust what you can't describe. I'm gonna trace the framed threads of heart and memory. That might be actually an excellent episode title. You follow that blurry feeling, your attention drawn with a tunnel-like focus to the rhythmic falling of your feet, your surroundings distant and unreadable. You lose sense of time as you go. But then, footfall stops and you find yourself on Scarlet Hollow's main street, in front of an old bricked up building that you don't recall ever seeing before. Wait, what? What? It didn't look like this before. Surely it didn't. My mind isn't deceiving me right now. My memory isn't deceiving me. It's been such a long time since I saw this scenery, but I think here was the shop, right? Oh, I'm feeling cold shivers all over my body. Genuine cold shivers. And my hands are in goosebumps. And these kind of reactions which this game invokes are, they're priceless. This is so well made, and I love how this game freaks with your mind. And yet you know that this is the place you meant to go. Miles? Who was Miles? Why can't I remember who was Miles? Or what kind of voice they had? Hey! Oh, that was Miles. Okay. Then the hey would have been more depressed sounding teenage angsty hey, but it's fine. It's Miles, one of Scarlet Hollow's resident teenage miscreants. Miles, be on my side, please. Katie, I have to talk to you. I wonder what secrets Miles has, and I'm very excited of figuring those out. There's something going on, but I can't remember what. Me neither. Let's unite our forces of mind and figure this shit out. It has to do with Sybil and somebody else, and that somebody feels really important. Wait, what? You don't remember Kanika either? And I feel like if I don't remember before it's too late, somebody's gonna... Oh man. Never mind. This was stupid. I just sound crazy. He doesn't sound crazy though. You feel an odd sensation as he's talking. A creeping recognition. But you can't seem to hold on to it. A slippery thought that refuses to be fully recognized. No, you're not crazy, there's something wrong, and it has to do with your families. And the second option is something's so wrong right now, like something's supposed to be here and it just isn't. Yeah, Kanika. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have any other details? Remain silent. I'm gonna say first option so that I assure Miles that this is not crazy. No, you're not crazy. There's something wrong, and it has to do with your family. But you draw a blank on just who Miles's family is supposed to be. I knew it. I knew something was wrong. But I don't know what it is. Nothing happened. I woke up and everything was normal. Had cereal, and then Sybil said she was going somewhere with somebody. There are tears in his eyes. No, wait, the person was there too. I talked to them and then they left and I went out to the street. Because the office is closed for renovation, so I had to wait outside until it was done. It feels like he's recounting a dream, the memory slipping through his fingers as the words leave his lips, leaving only emotion. We have all been manipulated, and I'm getting really tired. I'm getting really frustrated. Sybil has some things to answer for. Everything else I can kind of let slip through, but Kanika, no, that's not gonna happen. This is how I felt when Dad died, but nobody's dead. What? This is how I felt when Dad died, but nobody's dead. When did your father die? Now I'm questioning all the things. Please, make it stop. Oh, look at him. Oh. She's causing so much pain. Sybil is causing so much pain to all of these people she's manipulating. At least that is my theory thus far. I mean, might be totally, absolutely wrong. And our conversation options are: explore. Why did you come to me with this? Or have you talked to anyone else about it? There's somebody missing, isn't there? It's on the tip of my tongue. What's going on? Why can't we remember? I can't deal with this. This town is trying to kill me and I won't let it leave. I bet we can't leave. I bet we freaking can't leave. Because we got... How did Sybil say it? We all got our part to play. I'm gonna use my explore option first. Have you talked to anyone else about it? No. Everybody else lives here and I don't need people looking at me funny the rest of my life. But I should have just kept my mouth shut. It's not like you know anything anyway. Thanks for that teenage angst. I think that explains why he did come to us with this, but I'm gonna choose it's on the tip of my tongue. What's going on? Why can't we remember? I don't know, but I'm scared. Yeah, me too, pal, me too. There's this crazy old guy on the edge of town. You gotta find him. Julius. He was always coming around asking me weird questions. I don't remember what he asked or what I said, but I feel like it's important and he wrote it all down in a notebook. You gotta get him to show you that notebook. So he asked you questions and he wrote it all down in a notebook. And he has a notebook with something written on it. So Julius was the person I think Beau mentioned earlier. Julius Tremaine. And Beau was suspecting that if my memory serves me right, Bo suspected that Julius had been the one who stole his pumpkin, and Julius was some sort of recluse who didn't also want to talk with anyone. But I definitely would like to talk with Julius. That would be very interesting. I would like to visit both of those homesteads. I'd go out there, but I can't think straight. Not right now. I need somebody to fix this for me. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Not again. Please, not again. He shoves a map into your hands and turns away, hiding his face as it cracks with emotion. Let's go. I really didn't want to ask anybody for help. That's how bad it is, okay? Don't tell anybody what I said, though. I don't need people thinking I'm crazy. And then he's walking away, though where you can't be sure if he even has a destination at all. Gonna save my game here. And I quickly want to take a look at all of these. Do we see Ditchlings? Do we see Wayne? No. But this entire scenery is very depressing. Nothing has been taken care of. Everything is overgrown, cracked. Do you think some sort of... I don't know. I'm rethinking everything. Like, what if the truth about everything we have seen thus far is something different? What if this is the reality? What if we were under some sort of spell, or... I don't know what's real anymore and what is not in this game. And I love how that messes with my mind. This place seems like a dead end, but you have a new lead to follow. Follow the map and make your way to Julius's farm. Anything but that. Totally gotta go to Julius's farm. Let's go! As you make your way along the sunlit dirt road, you feel it. A tingling at the back of your skull. An urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying. Crying that can only stop if you tend to it. So much crying, so much suffering in this one town. You pick up the pace. You lose track of time, your attention glued to each step, your mind ceding control to your feet. They know exactly where you need to be. Oh, and so the trance goes until it's halted by the unlikely sight of a familiar figure on the path ahead. So ditchlings are now everywhere. We can see them here. I see no footprints on our path, but the forest looks dark and thick. Very overgrown, very beautiful. I love how we are in the darkness, but there are traces of light coming from the other side of this path. Though is this a path or not, it does not look like it. But clearly Wayne is in the shadows.
Good. You found your way. I knew you would. Eventually.
Oh, it's so scary still. Explore, you knew I would come here. You're always showing up when I don't need you. I'm in the middle of something. Could you leave me alone? Are you going to come with me? Remain silent. Let's use our explore option. You knew I would come here.
It's the loudest today. The town has shifted its attention in accordance, whether or not it realizes as much.
He speaks about the town like the town would be alive, like the town would be some sort of entity of its own, which is very interesting. It's the loudest today. We do hear something. He's right, of course. It's not a sound exactly, but there is something calling, begging.
And you're particularly susceptible.
You're always showing up. These we read. So, are you going to come with me?
Unfortunately, I can't. Not this time. I only wanted to offer some words of encouragement, and I'm afraid that's all I can offer. I would much rather be by your side through this, but the witch is dangerous to me. But not to you. She can't hurt you in any way that matters, especially now that she's at her most vulnerable.
Her most vulnerable? What does that mean? His words feel far away. The not sound in your mind, the call of the thing at the farms is louder. I bet the thing refers to another seal. It needs you to keep walking.
Just be careful of the former.
What was that sound? He places a guiding hand on your back, urging you forward. And that's all it takes. Your feet are moving almost on their own. You've been set on your course. Oh man, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. The trees part, the woods thinning and giving way to messy patches of scraggly end-season garden. Vegetables seated in between a pair of farmhouses on opposite hills. Not that the details are important. Your destination is the further of the two structures. And I want to see this entire thing. So what do we have here? This looks like it's a police vehicle. So maybe these are the two homesteads then. Thus far they kind of look a bit similar. What are these flags? There is some barbed wire and fences, and someone is growing, I don't know, maybe zucchini or tomatoes or something else. Oh, that looks like a very lovely porch and a rocking chair. You know how I love porches and rocking chairs. And we got Dr. Kelly with someone else in here. Thus far I see no ditchlings. This close to the Farmsteads. Irma, what's going on? I got a badge from the sheriff and nobody's here. Where are the cops? I called them on account of Bo went missing, and last I heard he said he wanted to go give Julius a piece of his mind. First the sheriff went in alongside that white deputy, the one in the sunglasses. But then something happened and there was a gunshot, and then this awful howling weren't like no creature I ever heard. That's when that other deputy, the black one, he ran in and the door shut behind him. Nobody's come out since. So everyone's inside. Starting to get concerned. I'm running out of folks to call for help. Wait, Is that Katie? What the hell is she doing here? You're aware that this is a crime scene, right? And that the cops are all missing? Well, that's not a good thing, right? At least no one's pointing a gun at me. The talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There is a humming in your head, almost like a voice, one you can just barely make out. But you know it will be clearer the closer you get to the stone. Dun, 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 it was the seal, I knew it. You start wandering up towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Oh, come on, where do you think you're going? But you continue forward. You barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. It's gonna be alright, Irma. We'll get Bo out of there, I promise. And now you're inside.